Kelly has torn our family apart.
My brother Tim, my sister-in-law Marlo, and I are extremely angry. My sister-in-law Kelly has caused a lot of problems in our family.
Our family has been struck by the destroyer.
I'm not really sure why my in-laws make me a target.
Kelly seems to operate in a survivor reality game show mode to outwit, outlast, and outplay the other girls in the family.
Kelly is just very disturbed, selfish, crazy, psycho, the family troublemaker.
I'm a very outspoken person. I say what I think.
Kelly does harass family members. She spreads rumors.
To my knowledge, I have never told lies about my in-laws.
My sister-in-law Kelly has personally attacked me. Kelly has made it a point to be in my business.
My biggest problem with Greg is he is an angry, violent drunk.
Greg's had a very difficult year. He's been divorced, and now is her personal mission to make sure he suffers.
At one point last year, Greg's ex-wife took out an order of protection against him. Greg's wife's attorney asked me if I would be willing to testify.
Kelly showed up at the order of protection to cause more conflict. She had no business being there.
I know Kelly to have actually stalked Greg.
Kelly has a friend, Jen, that lives a couple doors down from me. I was told by my brother, Tim, that Jen and Kelly were spying on me from Jen's house.
She told me that she had followed his friend to take a picture of them together.
Kelly created a series of hateful, absurd emails and sent them to Greg. The emails were malicious.
When my husband and I were separated, Kelly had texted him and asked him what he was doing. He jokingly replied back and said that he was going to be going to a strip club. She then texted him back and said, can she join him? To me, it was a real stab in the back. Why are you texting my husband?
Kelly has caused so much conflict and hurt, it's almost numbing now.
Everywhere she turns, every relationship she touches, she destroys it.
Because my family doesn't understand Kelly and her personality, I think she gets treated unfairly by them.
We're at a rock bottom. Like, there's nobody else that can deal with her. DrPhil, help us.
Well, to get the family members straight here, I want you to take a look at the family tree that's up behind me, because we got a lot of personalities. Here on stage are Greg and Tim, who are brothers, and then Tim's wife, Marlo, sister-in-law Kelly, and Kelly's husband, Bill. Now, Mom Lynn and stepdad Austin are in the audience. So, hi guys. So you're out of the line of fire down there, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really, what's going on here? Everybody seems to be pointing the finger at you. Are you like some kind of horrible, evil person?
I suppose if you ask them.
Yeah, well, why are they picking on you?
Kelly always plays the victim. She's always the victim. Everyone's always at fault. She is absolutely incapable of doing any type of, she does not take ownership or responsibility for her actions. She showed up to testify against my brother at a court hearing.
She was subpoenaed against. That's what she had to show up with.
That's baloney.
She was not a witness to the event that happened.
When you have an attorney tell you to show up, Austin, you're going to show up.
The deal is I was approached by an attorney. I was approached by an attorney for his ex-wife.
And she gleefully jumped in on that because she
Gleefully
wants to take him down. She wants to destroy
No, she
him.
does
That is
not
her
gloat.
agenda, to destroy this relationship.
She has driven a wedge in this family time and time again.
Hold on. Tell me, what is it? Why were you there, and why are you in Greg's business?
I was not in Greg's business. I was
Wait a
approached.
minute. Is that true?
No,
You did.
this-
Hold on.
this-
You did show up at court.
I did because
Did you follow him when he was with a female friend?
No.
Yes, you did.
I did not follow him. I
That's
did not. I
interesting,
followed
'cause I was
her.
present when you-
I followed her.
She didn't.
And
You followed her because of him.
I can't.
Sick,
All right, wait a minute. No, you
I mean,
are.
there's outright lies being told on the stage.
Hold on. Okay, stop.
Stop me.
Okay, stop.
I also apologized
Okay,
to you in
stop.
December.
Stop. Did you just say, no, I didn't follow him, I was actually following the person he was with?
Yes.
Okay, do I look stupid to you?
No.
No, seriously,
I was
did
at
somebody
her
tell
house.
you that I just wasn't very smart?
No, I was at her house.
So did you actually physically follow him?
No, never saw him.
So you were just following her and you were so focused on her you didn't see him?
Correct.
Did you say that Greg had told you that he was going to have the Mexican mafia kill you?
Oh, no, that's what I told the parents that someone had told me.
Yeah, that
I never
Greg-
said,
that-
I never said anything
I had
about
said that?
Are you in the
That's
Mexican
unacceptable.
mafia?
What is the Mexican mafia, Kelly?
No, that was a
That is ridiculous. Where do you
that is
come
a
up with
message.
this?
That is a message that was passed on to us.
I'm just trying to find out. Did you testify on behalf of Greg's ex-wife?
I showed up.
In a
I was
hearing?
not asked to testify. I was
Okay.
there.
The only reason she didn't testify, she showed up, she wanted to, she was gleeful, she wanted to testify against him, she wanted to take him down.
In the hallway,
And the only
just
reason
acting
she
like
Can
a
I
child.
explain this?
No,
designed-
I
which
no,
is
answer
Because
the
keep
designed-
going
question.
through this.
Okay, answer the question. Were you there as an adverse witness to this family member?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not something that's going to endear you to the group.
No. And I didn't feel comfortable about it. I knew that if I had to testify, not only was I testifying against my brother-in-law, I was also going to have to testify in
She
front of my
was
father.
glowing in the hallway, cackling,
whether it's family or
text
not.
messaging. She loved it. She walked in with her
I'm going
entourage.
to testify on
She
behalf of
loved
you
it.
too.
I can't
Whether it's family or not. You have a behavior. You have
She ate it up and you weren't even present. You weren't even present. I was there. I was present. She took great
no
joy in
business
this.
being
She had
there.
zero compassion.
Can't imagine
She
why
loved
they
it.
don't get
a lot of
anything
business being there
solved.
because she sees all your behavior, Greg.
all right, were you-
It's not my fault you broadcast your behavior all up and down the street every night you come home drunk.
Stop.
Were you yucking it up in the hallway and looking forward to going in there and taking him down?
I wasn't looking forward to taking him down. You know what? I
You guys
did.
are assuming that.
Okay,
You're
can-
Hold on.
No, we weren't.
You weren't even there.
My girlfriend was outside the courtroom.
I'm not going to do this. I'm seriously not going to do this. Go to break.
My name is Jennifer, and Kelly is my best friend. I feel the family is definitely ganging up on her. I've seen quite a bit of emails and letters from Marlo, and I do think she can get quite nasty. Marlo should have her nose more into her own marriage and her own life. Greg used to be a nice person, but the way he treats Kelly, and I don't think the family actually sees it, or maybe they don't want to see it. It's downright rude. There's a lovely rumor that Kelly tried to take Tim, which is Marlo's husband, to a strip club. That rumor is definitely not true. I can squash that right here. I was there when this incident happened. I definitely think that Tim instigated that whole thing just to save his own you-know-what. Kelly's definitely getting a bad rap from this. I think that she's the scapegoat most of the time. You know, when there's no one to blame, let's blame Kelly.
You also think your wife's getting a bum rap.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you think you don't catch hell when you go home after interacting with your family.
you know,
Bill, you told me that you catch hell from her. That's why you don't come around, is because when you do, when you bring her around, when you get home with her, you catch hell. You told me that, Bill.
And Bill, you've also told me.
oh,
We just
you
want
gotta
to
be
have
kidding
good
me.
relations.
No, Bill.
I'm a grown man. I'm free to hang around my family whenever I want. I'm free to take my wife.
Did you tell them that she
No,
gives you hell for?
No,
Okay,
maybe
well, let me ask
maybe
you,
there was an instance.
Do
that-
you resent him interacting with these family members? I wouldn't be bizarre to me if you did, because they obviously don't like you.
Oh, absolutely not. I've never tried to stand between him having a relationship with his family.
I just think there's just, over the last year, you've just crossed the line. You've crossed the line with myself, with Tim, with Greg. When you sent the text message responding to Tim about the strip club, yeah, Jen and I will meet you there.
Okay.
You know? That,
All
to
right.
me, that
Well,
was
okay,
inappropriate.
no, I didn't ask for so that was the example that you sent a text message saying you and Jen would meet Tim at the strip club.
Explain why you're texting.
Okay, did you do that?
To my knowledge, no.
Well, I mean, you know, how do you forget that? You did or you didn't?
And that's what I'm saying. I have emphatically denied I did not do that. So
Give me
that's
one
why I've asked to
example
see
of-
it.
Give me one example of what she's done to cross the line with you.
Well, DrPhil, I just for the fact that she would show up with Greg's ex, you know,
Okay, so she was betraying your brother. You felt
essentially,
like she was
basically,
being disloyal to your
absolutely.
brother. All right, what has she done? What is one thing she's done to cross the line with you?
When she showed up at my court hearing to testify
Okay,
against me.
so we know that at least two right here have a problem with you showing up as an adverse witness to a family member. In managing your family relationships, do you think that was a good idea? In retrospect?
I don't think that it was a good idea, but what I can tell you is it wouldn't have made a difference because the attorney spoke to 3 people. I'm the only one that went voluntarily. The other 2 were subpoenaed.
Kelly has done some evil things. She wants to destroy our family.
It doesn't matter who it hurts. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. She becomes obsessed.
Something always happens, and then it gets turned around to, well, Kelly's a problem again.
We're talking to people who say their in-laws have crossed the line with downright scary, inappropriate behavior. We're here with a family of 7. They seem to all feel that sister-in-law Kelly is the cause of all this family chaos. And I have no doubt that you all think that she's sitting here honey-lipping this today like, oh no, I wasn't trying to bring Greg down. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I wasn't sending phony emails and all this. Y'all think she's lying her ass off, don't you?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the bottom line. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah. I don't know whether you are or not. I don't know. I'm not sure you're being completely candid about anything. But what I know is I still can't find the problem. I know that you have differences of opinion. What I do know is that it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Listen, you need to be loyal to your wife, and if you can't be, you need to not be married to her. Right. So I have no problem with you two sticking together. I have family members, and if somebody disrespects my wife, they disrespect me. And so I don't think that you can expect your brother here to do anything other than close ranks with his wife when she comes under y'all's ire. And I'll just ask the question, what ownership do you have in this? What have you done to kick this drama up?
Well, I guess I wrote the email, and that's why we're on the show and, expose everything, but...
Well, now that's about a self-serving answer if I ever heard one. I'm saying, what have you done to create the drama and all of this in this family? Do you think calling her egregious names contributes to peace and harmony, or do you think it kicks up the rhetoric?
Absolutely not.
So you've got to own that, right? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
what have you done to create drama in this situation?
Well, I think we care enough to, to be open to communication with them.
Okay, I'm not asking you to find a way to pat yourself on the back with your left hand. I'm saying, what have you done wrong in this situation? Can you not own part of this? What have you done that's created problems here?
That's why I'm here. I want to know, because I've had my problems in the past.
Okay, so that's the problem.
Ago,
you're not the same person sitting here today that you are when you're drunk and obnoxious, are you?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay, so
I am not like that anymore.
Okay.
And for the last 8-9 months, I have not been like that. But she still continued to do things. Just as of in January, when she showed up in front of my house, when I was going through a tough time, an embarrassing moment, getting a vehicle repoed.
Okay, now we're talking about her again. The question was about you, and you want to talk about her. So the insight on this couch is pretty low. Tim, you're the only person you have any control over whatsoever. So that means you got to focus on you. Listen, I'm not picking on y'all. I don't think y'all are bad people, but I'm saying when you get in a situation, my dad used to say, you need to spend 5% of your time deciding whether this situation is good or bad, and 95% of your time deciding what you're going to do about it. How have you contributed to this?
I've probably gone about some things the wrong way. I've probably sent emails when I could have made a phone call, and that's my own selfish. I, didn't want to talk to somebody, so
well, you got a pretty self-righteous attitude, though, don't you? Don't you have a pretty self-righteous attitude? Because you basically told us, I'm a communicator. I just step up and communicate, and if they can't handle it, that's their problem.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, that is what you said.
No, what I said was I made an attempt to communicate, and I got no response.
So do you agree that you've been abrasive?
I would say I've been abrasive.
Do you agree that you have been aligned in a way that anyone would expect to take offense to by lining up adversely to Brother Greg?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you say like, okay,
well,
I'll give you that one.
He put me in an awkward position.
You got a chip on your shoulder here.
Put in a position
you got
where
a chip
I don't
on
have
your
a
shoulder
choice.
here because you're being attacked. I understand that, but I'm asking you to take your own inventory and be accountable. What's your contribution to this?
I back my wife.
Oh, come on. I tell you, if insight was lard, I couldn't grease a skillet out of the whole bunch. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.